Hey guys, how are you all doing today? And today I'll be watching Hannibal Season 3, Episode 5. And the last episode was fantastic. Alana is alive and she has joined forces with none other than Mason Verger to achieve one thing and one thing only, is to kill Hannibal Lecter and feed him to the pigs. Both are vengeful and Alana is she's a spicy woman in this season. She's taking no shit now, and she's learned a lot from the finale of season 2. And I kind of like the new Alana. There is a new arc to her now. She's developed into a different. She's learned. She's experienced. She's had some experiences, and definitely a big 180 from the Alana in the first season, 100%. And this episode, or the last episode rather, was a great filler on the things we were asking and wondering about in the first 3 episodes of this season, such as Alana. And somehow Chilton's still alive. He is one lucky dude, and he, like Chilton, wants some revenge for what Hannibal did to him, but not in the same method as what Mason Verger wanted. And I feel like his best case scenario is wanting Hannibal in the Baltimore State Hospital. So it's great to see Chilton alive, even though it seemed like it was an end to his character. And I did believe it was a bit premature in the second season, but now that he's back, I'm happy. And because there's still room for him in this story, especially if Hannibal is in the position where he has been caught, which I think maybe he will, maybe, I don't know, but we'll see. And Jack and Will had a very interesting scene in the last episode where he was pretty upfront with Jack and telling Jack, hey, I would have left. I wanted to leave with Hannibal, and I wish I ran away with him. And Jack's face said it all. And Jack lost Bella in the last episode and got a letter from Hannibal. And there was more to that letter, but we didn't read the rest of it, or the show didn't show us the rest, and gave the rest of it to Will. And now the current events is after Will left to seek Hannibal because it was something that everyone predicted, especially Alana, and Jack decided to follow him as well, which explains why he is in episode, was it 2 or 3? And it's now, right now, as of right now, you got Hannibal, Demohi, and Florence, Patsy, Jack, Will, and forgot a name that he ran into in the previous one, or the second to previous episode, and now you got Alana and Mason Verger, pretty much gonna make sure they get what they want, and I'm sure Hannibal's aware of this. So a lot of things are happening now, and I'm really excited. Will what will Will do when he finally comes face to face with Hannibal again after the teacup shattered in the last season finale? What is he gonna do? I know he's forgave him. That's what he said to him. But what's gonna happen? Is he gonna try to turn him in, or is he gonna join forces, Batman and Robin style? But Jack did say to Patsy he is here for Will, and I'm not quite sure what that means because after the scene he had with Will, I'm sure he knows that Will, is an awe of Hannibal, and I'm sure a partnership is likely in terms of eating people. So I'm not sure where that goes. I don't think it's in Hannibal's character, or I don't think it's in Jack's character just to let that happen. So, and the big obstacle is Alana and Mason Verger. So I'm generally very excited to watch this episode, see where they go from here, because I loved the last episode so much. And if you want to watch the Flame for Action to this on my Patreon, and if you guys are interested, you can watch the Flame for Action to this on Patreon, where you can watch Flame for Actions to all the movies and TV show episodes I watch on Patreon. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, and I appreciate it. And I love you all, and let's get into episode 5 of season 3. So without further ado, that's what fucking do this, boys and girls. 3, 2, 1, go.
Two men from the Capone are dead. You are going to be caught. Europe is where
Yeah,
all of his
I don't think he
tastes
cares
are
at this point.
Tastes are very specific.
And that's how you'll find it.
Very specific. Cool down.
We played a game. Hannibal would burn all kinds of barks and incense for me to identify by scent alone.
Interesting. Sounds like Hannibal.
You had a strict rule about taking life.
Wasn't that simple though, wasn't it?
You see yourself killing him over and over.
He's just like Hannibal now.
No. I see you. How do you know Hannibal's in Florence?
That's a brilliant shot. Look at that. Nice overview. And there's Jack.
Ciao, Bella.
Did they meet in Italy? I remember him saying something like that. Yeah, that's what he said to Hannibal what he was going to do. Yeah. Would you guys prefer to be buried or have this be done? I think it's better like this, maybe. I don't know. I'm sure.
Divorced?
No, widowed. I met her here.
Yeah.
It's a little strange to be in Italy without her.
What was her name?
Bella, you already know. I need to be certain. I am disgraced and out of fortune. It has inclined you towards a game that's outside of the law. I know. I played that game. And I lost.
Alla lepre. Can you say it?
Pappardelle?
No, it's not pappardelle.
No.
No, it's pappardelle.
Pappardelle.
Yeah,
Pappardelle.
that's it, yes, with lepre.
Pappardella.
Thank you.
Is that insulting to anyone who's Italian? Pappardella.
A table
Pappardella.
setting. The plate is Glen French china from Tiffany.
Oh, she's planning this, so.
Table linen is damask cotton.
Well, you gotta hand it to a man. He has the most marvelous taste.
Clearly.
I've discovered a pattern.
That's why I didn't eat you, didn't he?
An echo.
How do you taste, Dr. Bloom? Sweet, I bet. I'm sure you got a taste of him, too. Bitters are quitters, and you don't strike me as a quitter.
Slap him. Oh, she just took it.
A receipt from a Florentine fine grocer, Veradale, 1926, for 2 bottles of Batin Montrachet
Right.
and some Tartufi Bianchi.
So they know where he is too. She knows Hannibal very well then.
Grazie.
Okay, now this scene makes sense that was in the other episode.
Shopping for Hannibal.
Bravo.
Bravo. The bad thing working with Mason is he's a fucking creepy dick. You just don't want to be around him. I'm sure she knows this, but I guess it's worth it at the end if you want Hannibal. I like this hybrid story of like mixing Hannibal the movie to, you know, there's some Red Dragon because of Will.
Dr. Fell?
Yes?
I am Inspector Rinaldo Pazzi from the Questura di Firenze.
Read several of his monographs.
Just like the movie. Oh, he knows it's him.
It tells me no one has spoken to Professor Sogliato since he declined your invitation to dinner. He is the second to have disappeared from the palazzo.
How convenient.
Like any good investigator, I'm sure you're sifting the circumstances for profit. Commendatore Pazzi,
Yes.
I think you're a Pazzi of the Pazzi. Am I correct?
Bowels in or bowels out.
Then there is the most famous Pazzi of all, Francesco. He attempted to assassinate Lorenzo the Magnificent in the cathedral at Mass in 1478.
I know where this is going.
You've met Inspector Pazzi before.
In my youth.
Does he know what you are?
Oh, yes.
When I looked into his face and stood close enough to smell him, I was well aware that all the elements of Epiphany were present.
And yet...
Oh, for God's sake. He's smiling.
Tell me all about it. Someone's put a price on your head. Should Rinaldo Pazzi join Professor Sogliato and the late curator of the Palazzo down in the Dam? Should his body be found after an apparent suicide? What is it worth to be known as the man who caught Hannibal Lecter?
For a policeman, credit has a short half-life. Better to sell me.
Feels like Des Moines is along for the ride, I think. Oh. That was still shocking even though I kind of knew it was a dream. Like, what the fuck?
I'm not searching for Hannibal. I know exactly where he is.
Why didn't you tell me you knew?
Their means of influence. Other than violence.
She's gonna push him off.
But violence is what you understand.
I knew it. I called it. I knew she was gonna push him off. He must have broke his leg or something. Like, Jesus. Damn, woman. I forgot her name, that's why I said woman. Will, get up. This is our stag. Yeah, it is. You know what that means.
Hello, Ronaldo.
Hello.
I don't want to alarm the doctor. You may disappear too well and
I would be left with nothing.
see.
So you have no illusions about what's going to happen to Dr. Lecter. You would be selling him into torture and death.
I am aware. I don't want Dr. Lecter near Florence when you...
I understand your concern. Don't worry, he won't be. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. Oh dear, here we go. Here we go. Someone's getting disemboweled.
I'm so glad you stopped by, Commendator Pazzi, as I have a family heirloom for you.
It is Pazzi.
This is your ancestor, Francesco, hanging outside the palazzo. This particular illustration is bowels out. I've seen others bowels in. On a related subject, I must confess, I've been giving very serious thought to doing the same.
You shouldn't have turned your back, you fucking moron. Let's give very serious thought of eating your wife. I love the references, man. I love the hybrid version. Oh, this is gonna be. Let's see how they do this.
If you tell me what I need to know, Commendatore, it would be convenient for me to
Leave Florence.
my meal.
Yeah.
Was it Mason Virtue you sold me to? Thank you. I called the number on his wanted site once. Far from here, just for fun.
Of course you did, Hannibal.
Pronto.
Inspector Pazzi, my name is Alana Bloom. You don't know me, but I know your benefactor.
Hello, Alana. I'm afraid the inspector is otherwise occupied.
Is he dead?
There's nothing I would love more than to be able to chat with you, Alana, but...
Well, unfortunately.
At a rather
Yeah.
awkward moment.
Please forgive me. See you around.
Nice to hear your voice.
Oh, I love this scene.
Bowels in or bowels out? Out, I think.
Oh, baby. Oh, we're gonna get around two. Oh, we're gonna get around two of this. Come on, Jack. I don't know who to root for actually between Hannibal and. If I was Jack and I saw that, I'd be fucking scared to go up there, to be honest. But Jack's got some iron balls.
Hello, Jack. Did you get my note?
Oh God, I've got goosebumps. Jack's hiding somewhere.
When she could no longer stir or speak. Did you speak for her?
Yeah, he's talking shit.
Just enough.
That's for talking shit, Hannibal. That's for stabbing me in the neck. Ooh. Oh, he's fucking Hannibal up. Nothing like the first fight. Oh, how slow Jack is going. He's enjoying it.
I brought Bella back from death and he returned her to it.
Oh.
Is that what you're taking me, Jack?
Oh. What Hannibal just said there was worth 1,000 punches. Get out there, Hannibal. Is he gonna jump out of that?
How will you feel when I'm gone?
So hold on, thank God for Pazzi. Man, there's no way he can escape. There's no way, he's been battered. Now they swap positions. Oh, you bastards. What an episode. Jack beat the living shit out of Hannibal. But Hannibal, the shit he was saying about Balolo, just further fueling Jack. And you see Jack's face during that entire moment? He was loving that. He was loving doing it. He was nothing like the first fight. I think he caught Hannibal off guard, but that scene when he disembowels Patsy, it was parallel, the exact same as the one in the movie, but it was different enough. For example, he had Clarice in the movie, and this had Alana. They changed some of the lines and some of the things that missed out a little bit. I feel like this one was unique and different enough, but still fantastic. And they didn't do the blinking thing, you know, and he didn't mention Allegra because he never met her. And but this scene's it's even better because Jack comes in and fucks some shit up. But I feel like that was Jack's therapy, just beating the living crap out of Hannibal. The whole Alana and Mason Verger story, like, it's such a fascinating duo those two are, because you can tell Alana's not really a big fan of Mason Verger. She must be insane if she thinks he's a nice guy, and he makes a lot of digs to her about how Hannibal tastes and doing that shit, and she still puts up with it, and I'm surprised. I don't know why I'm surprised, because in season 2 it seemed like she didn't really know Hannibal at all, but she was a student of Hannibal and she's been around him for a long time, so she was able to spot where he is. But I'm sure Hannibal, he wasn't trying to hide, really. Let's be honest. He was waiting for this to happen, and when he said he sniffed Patsy and knew, I forgot what he said, but to basically paraphrase in my way, he said, you know, all the components of his life as Dr. Fell is going to come to an end, pretty much, because he probably smelt Jack. He's probably smelt Will, because Will's around Patsy as well. This was more centered around Patsy, because it's like in the movie where he takes the bounty and Will, but there's more in the movie. There's more about Hannibal kind of toying with Patsy, but that scene, that iconic scene, was done really well in this episode. And the music, the classical music, whatever it was, while Jack is beating the shit out of Hannibal, it was fun. It was fun to watch. But at the same time, I was conflicted, because I don't want Hannibal to get badly hurt or die. Even though I was happy for Jack to have some, you know, some much needed nice therapy and just beat the shit out of Hannibal. But not too much that it would kill Hannibal, obviously. But Will didn't get much screen time in this, but he was pushed off a fucking train. Jesus, poor Will. He didn't see that coming either, clearly. And it turns out she knew all along he was in Florence, and I don't know what her agenda is. I assume she's on the Hannibal side, but we'll see. But I'm looking forward to now. Alana knew anyway that Hannibal was not gonna get captured by Patsy, and I'm sure Mason knew this too. So I'm waiting for that collision course too. I'm saying that a lot because it's gonna happen. Where I feel like I don't know where Jack fits in all this though, or even Will in that matter. You know, when Hannibal has to deal with Mason, Verger, and even Alana. Like, what's gonna happen to Alana? Oh dear, what's gonna happen there? Because I'm pretty sure Mason's gonna get fed to the pigs, like he did in the movie. Like, Cadell pushes him into the pigs, but yeah, but I can't go over how amazing that scene was. bows in or bows out. And I'll leave Florence about my meal. But what a great episode. Episode 4 and 5 have been fantastic. Just the first 3 episodes were slow, but it was still great to watch them. But it was building up to these episodes now. 4 and 5 are brilliant so far. So I'm looking forward to 5, 6, and before we know, I'm going to finish the show. I'm going to be depressed. I'm going to be so depressed when the show ends. And I'll be doing a petition for season 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But yeah, that was my reaction to episode 5. What a brilliant episode. It was fun. It was a fun episode and got me what I wanted and then some. And definitely one of the better episodes of the show. This episode 4 have been absolutely brilliant. And that was my reaction. And if you want to watch flowing reactions to this on my Patreon, you can, where you can watch flowing reactions to this and TV shows, other TV shows, and movies that are on Patreon. And I will see you guys next time, and have a good day.